Human beings are social. We interact. And that interaction impacts our ideas of who we are, our place in the world, and our well-being. The polyvagal theory of Stephen Porges teaches us that humans have two basic states for interaction. Engagement, which is when we are ready to connect in a peaceful and open way with each other because we feel safe, and responses to threat, where we don't feel safe, where we feel the need to protect ourselves. These states include going into fight, flight, or into collapse or freeze. I have come to believe that there are very roughly two different ways we commonly communicate that embody these two possibilities. The communication style I call vertical corresponds to our responses when we feel threatened. And the communication style I call horizontal corresponds to our responses when we feel safe. Unfortunately, our communication style is not just an automatic function of how safe we personally feel at any given time. Language is a cultural tool, and ways of speaking are shaped by the types of power relationships that are considered normal. Language and forms of communication are cultural. We learn them through interacting with other people around us. We learn to communicate in the ways that are normal in the culture in which we grow up. If the culture as a whole, including the culture of the immediate family, is one of safety and engagement, we might be lucky enough to learn horizontal communication. If the culture as a whole, or the family unit in particular, is concerned with survival issues, we are more likely to grow up in a vertical environment. Whatever our heritage, language, or culture, almost all of us grew up learning vertical styles of relating and communicating. This is because vertical culture works well for armies, empires, and colonial invaders, cultures working with danger and survival. Most of our horizontal ancestors got wiped out, and we now think of the invading cultures as our own traditions. Victors don't only write history, they also set the culture. Vertical communication is a chain of command. Each person takes orders from the person above them and gives orders to the people below them. Obedience is thought to be a good thing, and kindness is optional. True respect is far less important than deference. Deference is when you politely submit to a superior person, i.e., someone with more power or status, even if you despise them. People fight for higher places on the chain through games like Who's Right, or through outright physical violence or political game playing. There is always a loser for every winner, and somebody must be wrong every time somebody else is right. All of this makes sense when survival is at stake. However, vertical interaction has a negative impact on human well-being. The research of DC and Ryan shows that all humans share three basic needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. None of these needs can be effectively met through vertical relating. In the 21st century, we are increasingly realizing that vertical approaches are destroying not only our inner peace and our relationships, but also our planet. There are cultures that used to be more horizontal before invasion. Horizontal interactions feed our sense of autonomy, competence, and relatedness. They support our human well-being. What is more, they tend to lead to creative and collaborative problem-solving, which benefits everyone, including our species as a whole and our planet. Horizontal communication is a connection between equals. Listening, understanding, and compassion are the aims. True respect, in the sense of due regard for the feelings, needs, and rights of others, is important, and deference is not, since no one is seen as superior. Cooperation and collaboration replace competition, and mutual understanding is more important than being right. Win-win creative solutions are the aim, and connection is more important than agreement. Everyone has a unique perspective, and together we get a fuller picture. So here we find ourselves, having grown up with vertical culture, trying to achieve horizontal culture. Some great horizontal communicators have created wonderful tools for horizontal communication, such as nonviolent communication. Marshall Rosenberg has really articulated some amazing tools, as has Thomas Gordon, Maslish and Faber, and many others. Unfortunately, any tool can be used as a weapon. and any communication tool, even those designed for horizontal use, can be used vertically. This is sometimes called weaponizing. Weaponizing is when we use something in a vertical way. Think of how harmful a hammer can be in the hands of an angry person bent on survival. It doesn't go both ways. All tools can be used as weapons, but there are some weapons that are very difficult to use as tools. Imagine trying to use a loaded gun as a hammer. This is what we do in our communication world without realizing, when we use the tools of vertical culture that are the normal around us to try and achieve horizontal aims of connection. There's a reason we call it shooting ourselves in the foot. When we try to love and connect, collaborate and cooperate using vertical tools and habits, we end up with a mess that we often don't know how we got into or how to fix. Where did I go wrong? We need to learn horizontal ways of relating, which can be very new to us at first. Once we can see in ourselves the difference between horizontal and vertical relating, then we are ready to use horizontal tools in an effective horizontal way.